Hi, this is Isaac Johnson from SWAT. Today we're going to talk about Nearpod again. This will be a follow-up video to my last video that would be talking about Nearpod's My Library and Explore tabs. Today we are going to talk about the Create tab. So that's what I'm going to click on today. Okay, so let's talk about Create in Nearpod. So we already gone over what Nearpod is and what it does and everything. So we're going to talk about creating your own Nearpod rather than searching or finding somebody else's Nearpod. So obviously you click on the Create tab, and before I click on Add Slide, I just want to say that if you want to add any PDFs, PPTs, or PNG files, such as pictures and such, I would upload those first via the Upload Files tab down here, so that when you do click on Add Slide and you're starting to make your slide, that you click from the selection or list of files that you already have uploaded to the Nearpod cloud, as I could say. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's click on Add Slide. There's many options when creating a slide through Nearpod. There is the option to add content. We'll get into that first. And there's the option to add web content. There's also the option to click Add Activity. So first we're going to click on Add Content. So I'm only going to be talking about the ones that aren't in beta today, considering the fact that betas have issues. And once these slide editor, Nearpod 3D, etc. are not in their betas, I will make another review on those as well. So today we're going to be talking about slide and how you can add sways and field trips within Nearpod. So first of all, slide, this is just the basic PDF, PPT, or zip file, etc. that you can upload into a slide, such as like a picture, such like that. Or there's the option to add a sway as well. Let's click on that, just because this one I want to go more in depth about. So sways, if you don't know what a sway is almost like a PowerPoint. It's very similar to a PowerPoint, but in my opinion, sways have a lot more style than PowerPoints. But it is an application you can use through Office 365 as shown up here, or Microsoft Office 2016 or 2017. And sways, you can actually link your Microsoft Office 365 account through Nearpod and add your own sways. So as you can see, it says sign in right here. I'm not going to do a review on sway, but this is how you could add your sways, if you knew what a sway was, into this system. So as you can see here, there's also the option to click from a selection of sways. As you can see, the categories consist of stat picks, animals, countries and continents, etc., etc., etc. So that does it for the sway portion. So let's click on Add Content again. And Field Trip, I'll tell you right now, Field Trip is a way to, this is actually really cool, is a way to add a virtual reality. You don't need a virtual reality headset to do this, but is a way to add certain locations or pictures of locations, or even, let's say, videos of a location, or even a satellite view of a location. You can actually go on a virtual field trip through Nearpod and actually add that. So I'm not going to do a review on that today, but that is also a possibility when using Sway, or when using Nearpod, sorry. But there's also the option to add a slideshow as selected out of your own file selection in the cloud of Nearpod as well. There's also the option to just upload a video, an MP4 file, or audio, or PDF viewer, or even a live Twitter stream you can add into Nearpod. There's quite a bit of selection when adding content. So, enough of that. Let's click on Add Web Content. As you can see, Add Web Content consists of adding a URL, such as you can see up here if you don't know what a URL is, such as adding a website page and adding it into your Nearpod, so that when your students are viewing your Nearpod, or your followers or whoever's viewing your Nearpod is viewing it, they can see the actual URL you are seeing, such as, let's go to Google. Google.com. I searched Google on Google. So let's say that Google is a URL that I added. My students would see this page if I were to add that URL. That's all that web page consists of when adding web content. So let's click on add activity, sorry. As you can see, you can add an open-ended question and actually see your follow-up results in the end through your Nearpod. You can add a poll, you can add a quiz, you can even draw stuff, or collaborate. Collaborate is exactly what it's called. Collaboration through Nearpod is the collaboration of students within Nearpod who are actually watching your Nearpod. They can actually collaborate with data or a question. They can put in results as a team, I guess you could say. There's also fill in the blanks that you can add you can follow up with answers, and you can make questions and all that jazz. And memory tests, such as the memory card game when you were little, except you're making your memory game. So I think that's all we really need to know about the Create section of Nearpod. If there are any follow-up questions, feel free to email swat@northmasonschools.org. And that concludes my tutorial today on Nearpod. Thank you.